Welcome back, subscribers, and welcome new viewers to October's 2021 monthly reading general for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South nodes of the Moon. All right, I'm going to go through really quick here the transiting planets. And the first one up is on September 27th. Mercury in Libra went retrograde. It will go direct on the 18th of October. And today, the 5th of October, Pluto in Capricorn, 24 degrees, goes direct. Tomorrow, the 6th, is the new moon in Libra, and that's 13 degrees. On the 11th, Saturn in Aquarius goes direct. And on the 18th, again, Jupiter in Aquarius goes direct. On the 20th, full moon, Aries, 27 degrees. So if any of you want to check that out with your natal wheel to see if you have any planets squaring, opposing, or conjunct to any of those transiting planets, then you can look that up and see exactly how specifically it is and will be affecting you. Okay, so Scorpios, let's see what your strongest energy that is helping you this month with whatever you are working through, whatever is going on with Scorpio. So what is Scorpio's strongest energy, strongest frequency that's coming to Scorpio, assisting Scorpio in whatever Scorpio needs assisting with? Let me see that one. Okay, maybe. So what is this? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South nodes of the Moon for right now through the end of October. Okay. Throat chakra, look at that. Okay, so communication, whether it's you communicating verbally, non-verbally, but it is all about communication, incoming and outgoing. So Scorpios, being able to express yourself. It's number 5. So number 5 has to do with change. So maybe some of you, the change is you are opening up your throat chakra, or that is what is happening for you, or assisting you, this energy, to be able to speak the truth, speak you, speak up, speak out, take a stand, I'm getting to, for some of you, for the truth, regardless of if anyone's standing with you or not. You stand up in your integrity, tall and straight and strong, and for the truth. Blue could be very significant for you this month because that has everything to do, that color blue opens up the throat chakra. Color blue. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our expression and our sense of peace and balance. And what I'm getting to is you, if it's right for you, if it's about standing up, telling the truth, whatever you're communicating this month, that is what is going to bring you balance. It's going to bring you peace inside, because you are being authentic to who you truly are. Again, this is a general reading, so it's going to be different for all of you. And as you may or may not know, the world is changing. Things are going on. It's a very, very monumental period of time in all of our lives. Things are happening now that will be written in history books, will be written down as a point in time, a very monumental, what is the other word that I'm wanting? Revolutionary time for all of us. Because this time is where we are being freed, whether you realize that or not. And I know it's chaos is first, and it's going to not seem that way for some that don't know what's going on. But in the end, truth is coming out, and in the end, we all win who want to be free and free of being enslaved. Okay. And maybe Scorpios, you understand that. Being Scorpios in the depth of how you feel and sense. You're very sensitive as well. But it is also, I have to say, because I know Scorpio, I have a South Node in Scorpio. So I know very well the positive and especially the negatives about Scorpio, which has to do with revenge and anger and rage. And so don't get pulled into any of that as best you can, because that actually assists those who are trying to stay in control of us. It keeps you under control, and you are giving away your power. Check out your specific South Node as well, because that is the subconscious programming that you received at birth, and that is a blockage, and that is also until you are able to bring it out into your conscious awareness and see it for what it is and be able to start taking care of it. That is a weakness, that is a weak spot, and where you can be controlled, because you are being controlled. So you must free your own self first, and then no one else can ever control you. Okay, so let's see, Scorpios. That is how you get your power back. That is how you take your power back. Okay, so let me see here. We have this one, and I'm going to pull out this one. Okay. Well, it's seeming that, should this one be first? Where should that one go? Okay, right there. All right, so you have the most. Wow, that's a beautiful one. I've never seen that one either. Okay. Yes, okay, these are new. Look at that. Okay, so let me take a look. These are cards from my soul deck. Okay, what I'm getting from this, and you take a look at it too, because each one of you can see something personal for yourself, possibly. Since it's a general reading. Okay, but what I am receiving is, okay, so it came downward, and see her head. She's pregnant, but see this white here, it's going into the ground. And what I got first, and again, this is not going to be for all of you. Again, this is a general reading. That you have been how do I say it? depleting your power. So you've been giving your power away. You haven't been using it for yourself, to strengthen you. And so it's being bled from you. It's not going out into the universe. It's either sticking inside you, or so whatever the case may be, what I'm seeing is that some of you are not, your power is not being used in the highest and best good. You are so powerful, Scorpio. You are so powerful. But maybe you don't know that. Maybe you've gone through hard times. And also what I'm seeing is maybe some of you are fearful, and you might not even know this. This might be a subconscious fear of birthing something new, of moving to the next stage. If your cycle is ending, one cycle's ending and something new begins, maybe some of you are scared and you are holding back for whatever reason. And find out. Think about that. Think about that. And then I just got two, for others of you, again, facing up. See, she's facing up and she's not quite ready, because her legs would be parted if she was ready to give birth. She was actually in the birthing process, but she's really close. She's really close. And then this, her pointing up that way to me, you are about ready, like a flower, her legs opening up and birthing something beautiful into the universe, into the world. And it's going to, again, whenever this is that you are ready, or that the time is correct and everything is correct, it is something that is way beyond what you see it to be. It's huge. It's beautiful. It is beyond your imagination how beautiful. And the words don't come to me, because it's so big. Whatever personal work you've been doing, and again, you would have to be completing your astrological nodes, your south node, working through your south node. And some of you could be in the middle of that, so you could be birthing something, because we birth things along the way, all along the way, to assist us, and it helps increasing us to be able to continue to walk forward. And so whatever this is, wherever you are in your path, you will be birthing something soon, and it is going to be better than you could imagine. It's going to increase your life to such a great extent that it's something that you can't even imagine. It's beyond your imagination. That's your wildest dreams, beyond your wildest dreams. Okay. So then you can take a look at this picture and see what you get. Okay, and what I'm getting, there are two faces. One is upright, and one is the head's facing down. They're just heads. And it's in a circular motion. There are two different circular motions. But what I first got was, you have been seeing two different sides of yourself, or you have been uncovering different aspects of who you are not. And really, it's been, for some of you, a long time, this whole process. And it's been dealing with your dark side, which is your south node when we're talking astrology. So when, whether you see it as your shadow self, your dark side, it is in astrology, again, it is the south node of the moon. And each and every one of us have that. And that is automatically what we are going to do. That's what we're going to do first, at least until we know consciously what that program is. And that is going to feel like that's what's going to get your needs met. That's how you are going to get your needs met. Only it never works out that way. And the more you're going to, of course, cycle, and some of you could have cycled many times. Others, it doesn't matter though, because it depends on how old you are, and it depends on how old you are, basically, how many times you've cycled, tried to do the same thing in a little different manner, but it's really the same thing. And you keep running into roadblocks, and they get harder and harder. You hit harder and harder against that cement wall, which creates pain. But if you don't know that consciously, you will keep doing that. You'll go through pain. You'll keep going through pain, and you won't be able to do anything different. So bringing that out into your conscious awareness. And this is what I am seeing from this picture, is it's been a long time. You've cycled many times, some of you, and you've had a really tough, dark, painful experiences that you've really been struggling. But again, those of you, some of you have and are working through your nodes of the moon. And that's part of it too. And so and it does take time, and this is what it has, and this is what it's showing me. It's taken time. And for others of you, maybe you're ready because you have been hitting this wall. Maybe this is what you are ready to birth, is going deeper into who you are and finally being able to consciously know what that is, so you can put that in its place and you can move forward and you can be free of that blockage. Okay? So again, it doesn't matter exactly where you're at. But okay, absolutely, you've gone through it. Whatever that is, you either have just recently gone through it, or you've gone through several very painful experiences that have left you in the dark, left you lacking, left you quite lonely. And I just got two for some of you. It's a loneliness because you are seeking you. That's the first and foremost. You're disconnected from yourself, some of you, or you have been. And that's why the searching, which that's what happens. If it has to be negative experiences to encourage us to want to find out what's going on so that we can change and be happy. If there were happy experiences, you wouldn't have any desire to look any deeper and change anything within yourself. So, and some of you are seeing that positive. Okay, let me look at this now and see here. It's another upside down one. I just got, for some of you, you're feeling upside down in life, or maybe you're, again, for some of you too, it's just also in general, life right now is upside down. It is chaotic. And so maybe that's throwing you for a loop because you've been used to things a certain way of life. Our whole lives, we have, all of us on this earth. And now things are changing, brand new. And you're feeling lost. Some of you are feeling lost. Communication communication. Communication has everything to do with communicating your feelings, communicating ideas, connecting with other like-minded people who can assist, and also, okay, what else was I getting? Truth, the communication of truth coming out. This is also, you won't be chaotic. See, there's a lot of, if you're listening to the regular news, it's fake, whether you realize that or not. And it is put out to make you feel the way you're feeling. For those of you that are feeling fearful, feeling hopeless, whatever that negative is, because they want those in control who are trying to continue to stay in control, because they're not completely in control anymore, but who have been in control for thousands of years, which we didn't know. It's coming out, and things, the tables are turning now, Scorpio. And because you're Scorpio and you do feel things in the depths of your soul, and even when you cannot put your finger on it, you will feel something and you won't know where it's coming necessarily, because again, there is so much going on in the world, and you are so sensitive that you could be picking up on something across all the way on the other side of the world, and you don't know it, and you're trying to place it in your environment, and it isn't in your environment. So maybe that some of you just needed to know that, so you can let that go, not focus on that so much, not try and figure out what's going on with you. It's more like realizing, okay, you feel stuff, but you, and some of you know it's not you, but it's still very upsetting. There's something to do with communication. Something to do with communication. So keep those communication internal too. Internal, your intuitive abilities open as well. And again, I just got, for some of you, don't believe all the feelings, all the fearful feelings, all the negative feelings that are coming from the outside into you, or however they're coming, because they're not all from you. They're not all from you. And you can't figure it out until a truth comes out, maybe, and then, but I know that's easier said than done. Okay, so, and maybe that's what you're working through too. You're figuring these things out, how sensitive you are, and you are being able to even communicate these things with yourself, so that you can, if it does get in you, you are learning how to transmute that, and so it doesn't stay negative in you, and it gets out, and you can keep your high frequency or your positivity, whatever that is. You stay balanced and peaceful. Okay. Wow, this is a long time on these three. Okay, because you had a lot. You had the most from my soul deck come out. So let me see where we're at. Spent a long time on that, Scorpio. Okay. You will land on your feet. You are balancing also with this communication and the truth coming out, being able to balance your feelings and facts and feelings, so that you can see what feelings are accurate for you, what's what's going on there, so that you can put those feelings in their place, but you balance them with facts, so with truths that are coming out, with research, and again, with those of you that don't know what your nodes are, essential right now, essential for you if this sounds right, and I know not all of you are going to be ready, you might not all agree, and that's all right. But if you are, send me an email, leave me a comment below, and I can send you written information about your nodes if you know them. Tell me your zodiac sign and your house placement, and I will send them to you through the email. You can check back in my past videos of the nodes that I've done and see if any of those are yours. If you don't know, wow, see, you're getting a lot of information coming out, Scorpio. And so what I'm getting to for you is a lot of, you are getting a lot of communication coming in, and that could, see, I'm having trouble talking too because, and this is what I'm feeling like you could be feeling, is because there is so much going on, so many energies swirling around, going in you, going out, I mean, all around, whether you're at home or whether you're out in the world. And maybe it does make a difference. Maybe some of you need to stay closer to in your own space, so that cuts down on the incoming for you, at least for right now. But you do whatever you feel is best for you. That was just something that I saw. But what I'm seeing is, see, there's a lot of, you're getting a lot of information, a lot. And so you're really going to have to stay vigilant, I'm getting to, for some of you, stay as healthy as you possibly can. Drink, make sure you are hydrated, well hydrated, with the best possible water that you can. And if you don't know, water, not all water is the same, because water carries energy, and depending on how and where this water was, how it comes through the pipes, where it comes from, all of those things, that does make a difference. And so you might need to purify your water supply so that you get pure water, so you're not putting energies in yourself that you don't need. Let's see, especially negative, that are going to detract from you. And I'm just getting really having to protect your energy supply right now. So because there are a lot of different ways that you have to stop those leaks, because they're leaking out. Your energy is being depleted in different ways that you are unaware of. Okay, so water is one, and another, eating healthy, making sure that you are eating properly, nutritionally, the highest grade food that possible. And I know that's hard, especially now. Non-GMO. You don't want any genetically modified organisms in you that changes your DNA. None of us do. That is a huge trick. So pay attention to labels and canned foods. Sugar is another bad one. Table sugar. The regular sugar is toxic for us, all of us. So, but there are alternatives. Xylitol is one. And again, I'm just telling you my opinion. I have to say that. This is my opinion. So you do what you feel is best. You research it yourself to come to your own conclusions. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, I'm just also getting doing your best to clear any mental clutter. And to me, again, astrology. That's the only way I know of to actually find out what you were given, what energies, planets were energetically coming to you at birth, what you were programmed with in your subconscious. That's clutter. That's a blockage. And just doing that alone anyway will make you more empowered, so that you are less likely to, for anyone ever, to for you to fall into the trap of being manipulated, being controlled in any way. It's first and foremost you taking care of. And this is all of us. This is all of us. But I'm just feeling very strong Scorpios right now because too, Scorpio, of the water signs, you are the most vulnerable to other energetic garbage, okay? And so knowing that, then you can take precautions. And again, South Node, North and South Node, read it. And those of you that are, you keep reading, you're on the right track. You keep going, because that you are taking responsibility of yourself, those blockages that are blocking you and controlling you. And so you are unblocking yourself. You are freeing yourself first and foremost for anything first in your subconscious that's controlling you, so that you can't be controlled anymore. You're free. You're free. And then that also enables you to see the truth of others and other entities, or it's not just entities, it's groups or companies or whatever it is. You won't be able to be controlled anymore. Okay, on any level. And that is personal power. That is personal power. But we each are responsible for our own selves, and there is something that we must do first, Scorpio. And those of you that are doing that, you know what I'm talking about. And so keep going. You are doing awesomely well. Okay. Page of Cups. Yes. You are being given information. You are being given truths. And you're also being given the ability to decipher the truth from a lie, because there's been a lot of truth is not, a lot of fake and false information is out and swirling around, especially now, with sprinkled in there truths here and there. And so it really is hard to differentiate. But first and foremost, again, Scorpios, and any of you cross watchers, this goes for all of us. The first and foremost, most important thing, so that we can see through the lies and the whatever's being thrown at us, and we can be able to decipher quickly and clearly, and then take action if necessary, is you first clear out the subconscious block within our own self that each one of us was born with. Our personal work, working through that South Node, bringing that out in the conscious awareness. Okay. So yes, you're receiving information again, and you will be needing to be able to decipher that. What's good for you, what's not, and taking the appropriate action swiftly if you, so you have to stay on your feet is what I'm saying. You have to, I'm just seeing that you must be very quick-witted, what is the word? Being able to it's just, I'm just feeling very quick, a necessity to stay vigilant, stay aware, constantly aware right now, because there's a lot being thrown out there. And again, communication is all different kinds of communication: energetic, verbal, non-verbal is partly energetic, that's non-verbal, but all kinds. Okay. and keeping yourself as calm and peaceful and balanced as possible so that you can decipher properly. Because if you get your emotions out of sync and upset and all of that, then you are not going to be able to properly assess any situation or anything about yourself or anything else or anybody else. Okay. Seven of Swords. So yes, this is a real, for some of you, it's tough. It's tough deciphering. To me, these swords, see, some of them are being left and he's taking some of them. So, and maybe this is what you have been doing, some of you. This has been a process, and maybe for several months it's been a process for you, maybe even this whole year for some of you. But you're getting better and better at it, more wise, and your this ability, you are getting more adept at this. Okay, and as you keep going, you will, until it's no problem at all. And again, some of you might already be there. So, and you've left some things, of course, because they're not in your favor. And because of that, yes, you have. This is the Queen of Wands. She's very fiery. She knows how to stick up for herself. She knows in what situations how to react and what not to react to too. How to sometimes staying not in a non-reaction attitude, stance. And maybe again, some of you, it is about not reacting. It's staying in that peaceful and not allowing you to be kicked off your balance, your calm stance, because maybe for some of you, maybe that is what's, you're being tested, for lack of a better word, but yeah, just staying calm and not reacting. Okay, and then let's see, then you have the Lovers. Okay, the Lovers, look at that. So I always see, first and foremost, self-love. That's what you've been working on, and continue that self-love and that self-care and that tenderness and gentleness and truthfulness with yourself first and foremost. And take time out, I'm getting to, for yourself. Because of all this chaos, it's necessary. Absolutely, you know that already, I'm sure. So take more time, think of yourself, make sure that you are calm and you are able to stay in that peaceful state and not be swayed emotionally by any triggers or anything that's going on that could get you to react. Maybe some of you, you have somebody that's trying to get you to react in a specific way. It's not for all of you. It's great practice, though. Great practice, and you are gaining. You are becoming stronger and more proficient at being able to stay in your power and keep your power and increased. You are increasing your power as well. I just got Scorpios. You are increasing. You are very powerful, and you still have to see how powerful you are. You're way more powerful than you realize. And not saying that you don't realize you're powerful. I see that you do. But you have even more power, more wisdom, more integrity than you realize, than you give yourself credit for. Okay. Okay, and with the Five of Pentacles, I'm seeing that yes, this is something that you have had to go through in the past. This is part of, the lacking and all of this darkness and aloneness and digging in to those things that are in your subconscious that you've been taking care of. And so to me, I'm seeing this as you've been looking back at and seeing some of you how far you have come, because you've really come out of the hole, literally and emotionally and mentally and even spiritually. All of those, you've come out of that deep pit that you were in, and now you're looking back, and you're looking back, and honestly you're looking back, and this is where you're gaining and seeing, wow, I was very strong. How not many people could have gone through what you went through. And it's true. It's true. And you're still here. And you're not just here. You have taken the wisdom, from those experiences, whatever increased you through those tough times. And this is why you are in the Queen of Wands energy. And you're able to look at things lovingly, and first and foremost, see yourself in an open, loving way towards your own self, first and foremost. And the situations that you've gone through, the other people that were involved, the circumstances, all of that in a loving, higher perspective, because you saw what you gained and that it was necessary for you to go through that. Because you wouldn't be who you are right now. You wouldn't be on the path that you are on right now. And with the wisdom and the seeing how strong you are and everything you've gained. Maturity. This has matured you. That's very, very good. Devil, yes, you have had to deal with a lot of, backstabbing. Some of you, backstabbing, fearful, angry, really controlling energies that were trying to keep you down, keep you enslaved. And that being said, the first and foremost thing that enslaves each and every one of us is our south node of the moon. Absolutely. That's why there is never anyone to blame, not even ourselves. There is no judgment, self-judgment, or judgment on others, or blame. Because when you see your chart and you read your nodes, that is what you were given. Those were the energies you were given. And the nodes is our one place that each one of us have individually, if we choose to take responsibility and work through them, to finish our own creation. And I'm sensing that some of you are becoming, if you don't already know, some of you already know this, others of you are becoming aware of this. And it's changing your world. It's changing your world. It is world changing. It is life changing. And it's inside that it changes first and foremost. And it's something no one can ever take away. Ever, ever. Okay. And each and every one of you have earned that through all of your blood, sweat, and tears. And all that you have to go through, for some of you that are still working through it. But you keep going. You are gaining everything, more than you can imagine. Remember I said, it's getting better than you can imagine. Whatever you are birthing, you. Yep. Wow. That is beautiful. And I better say